You're the greatest of all time.
Michael, you ready?
So you think Michael Jackson acquired his greatness? Acquiring his greatness simply from his mantras, that being his affirmations. Yeah, here I see that certain social medias that Michael Jackson, he spoke to himself. He had a journal. He wrote down. He spoke to himself. Positivity, law of attraction, all these things. But that alone is not enough. Yes, speak to the universe. Yes, you must believe in yourself. Positivity. Your mindset goes far away. But you must couple the mantra with the yantra. I'll get to that. Yantra being this visual arrangement surrounding your life. What is this visual arrangement that you have orchestrated around your life? The schema, the schematics of the architecture of your life, the foundation. What is it? We understand that a building cannot simply stand in a structure without it having a foundation, without having a certain schematics to it. It helps it to continue running. Same thing with systems. Systems are created to operate continuously. We have this with programming where we put certain codes and certain prompts, and it causes these algorithms to continue to create certain processes and certain actions based on certain commands. These things go on into infinity, indefinitely, whatever you may prescribe it to be. So not only did Michael Jackson have his mantras, that mantras being the internal state, but if you're not able to get into eternal state by simply speaking to yourself and write it down on a piece of paper, you can certainly jump shoot it by yantras and tantric principles. So you see, tantric principles being a technology. Technology is your actions. So if you are completely energized and magnetized in a certain mantra, a certain saying, a certain affirmation, that you are going to be energized and magnetized to act. You are compelled to act. You have no other recourse but to act. You will see that there is a solution, that this crisis, this problem, has a solution, that there is no plan B or plan Z. There's only plan A, and we are going to accomplish these things. Whether it may come, by all means necessary, we're going to accomplish these things. If you're so sure on what you want to accomplish, because you're energizing yourself, not only by your mantras, but by actions, certain actions. If you engage in certain actions continuously, frequently, it causes you to align with energetic frequencies. And by aligning with an energetic frequencies, and you become that, you shift into altered reality, you see. So it is these tantric principles, it's a technology, the mechanism, it's your programming. You're creating a system that goes on indefinitely, works for you. You are setting it forward in advance to operate, to execute, to become, to do the work for you. These is your daemons, DAEMON. They're your commands, they operate for you. These are your AI agents. Artificial intelligence, they're your AI agents that operate for you, but in a terrestrial sphere, within physicality, you see. When you're able to do this, and you're able to attract people, circumstances, events to your ever-willing command, you see. So it's not simply mantras, because Michael Jackson didn't just sit in the basement and speak to himself. was outperforming. He was already engaged into becoming great, and he took it in full force. So what benefited him is having that system in place that he was gifted in and inherited in by being part of the Jackson family, where they practiced and rehearsed and did shows. They built up a mindset, an environment of success. He didn't have to think about what he wanted to do in his life. He wasn't turned to and fro. He knew exactly, because he was birthed into it. He was birthed into it. So it did not come hard for him. So the thing is that what are you birthed into? If you have a dynasty or a legacy, if you will, in which your inheritance and your family line, which these people are doing these things, either you are going to do the same thing and build it and become greater, or you're at the fork and new path. And oftentimes by fork and new path, it requires an extreme amount of more energy to accomplish things. You have to be extremely gifted in that area, you see. So Michael Jackson didn't just have a mantra, he had a yantra and a tantric system in place. It's not just in speaking words and writing down on a piece of paper. He also was in the world and acting physicality. He had a system in place, and it worked for him. And he continued to capitalize off of that system and take it as far as it could go, you see. So it starts with the mentality. If you don't have the mentality, then you won't have the yantra, you won't have the visual arrangement, the schema, the schematics. If you don't have the mentality, then you won't act. But if you don't have the mentality and you want to accomplish things by just acting, by putting yourself in certain environments, it will build the mentality that you need. For example, if you go in a depressive environment, you will cause yourself to have a depressive mentality, which will cause furthermore depressive actions and the repercussions that comes with that mentality. If you put yourself in a positive environment, an environment that has multiple millionaires, then you also will start to take on the traits of those positive attributes. So action and putting yourself in certain environments, that is having a system, being engrafted into a system, will cause you to accomplish great things. This is the Rich Gypsy, and you have seen me.